Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol ICLD. We'll take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis yesterday, so that's where these red and green line annotations are coming from. And before anything else, this is a very much so a it depends type chart. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're a day trader and you bought right there and you were hoping to sell within 12.2 seconds, then yeah, for you, yeah, the chart's looking very rough. Now, if you care about the big picture of things, the overall perspective, then the bulls are still in control because they still have an opportunity to build a higher base. And again, assuming you care about the big picture, then that means you care about long-term trends, and the long-term trend can still be built in the bulls' favor even after the drastic pullback today. So, and I'm going to be talking about things from a big picture perspective. So if I'm saying something that sounds crazy, my guess would be you probably had a different strategy going in relative to how I'm talking about things. So first thing to do is a little house cleaning, get rid of these lines here. Sure, they still pertain to the chart, they're just not relevant. And from a presentation standpoint, I want to try to keep this as clean as possible and not put a million annotations everywhere. So first update, though, that needs to be made comes from a foundational principle in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. So for those of you that did watch yesterday's video, 0.07 I talked about as a level of support, but when the price just crashed down below it there, this would now be considered an area of resistance on any sort of bounce. But the key thing here to really point out, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the green line here, just because we can keep things very straightforward, is in regards to this purple line. And this should not be a surprise, especially to those of you that have been watching the past videos. As I've talked about from the big picture of things, as long as the price is above that purple line, then the bulls are in full control. And actually, let me scrunch up the chart here because I think we have multiple examples. And as I've pointed out before, I realize it's kind of hard to see here, but price came right down to the purple line, bounced. Right here, purple line, bounced. Purple line. And again, within the vicinity, bounce, and now it's well within the vicinity again. Now, if the price breaks below that purple line, am I saying everything's totally ruined? I'm not quite saying that. Would things lose some of attractiveness? Yes, the chart would lose some of its attractiveness. But as it stands right now, the price is still holding in there because from, again, taking a step back, looking at the grand scheme of things, let's say the price does bounce. Well, what would you have in this situation? Well, you'd have a set of lows right here, this previous set of lows right here, this previous set right here, and if you picture those as stair steps, the overall stair steps, keyword again, being overall stair steps, would still be going in the upwards direction. So yeah, today was a drastic pullback, but big picture, bulls still have a chance to build upon the long-term uptrend, so we'll see if they can do it or not. One of the most popular questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then by all means, click right there to get access to the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and like I say, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.